Hello everyone, my name is Rock and I'm working as an industrial designer in Wandsworth. I moved to London around 2 years ago for studying in the Royal College of Art, Design Products. I'm originally from Barcelona. I started my career as an audio engineer and I worked as a sound designer before as well. So I've done pretty many different things until I arrived to what I really wanted to do, that is create different stuff. Funny enough, I was looking at this area since before moving to London because I think it's a really good position. Obviously, Battersea Royal College of Art is just 2 minutes from here. But what I really like is that many providers, suppliers and stuff like that, they're around as well. So just with a quick cycle, I could be pretty much anywhere, either to Central or either to the pieces and materials that I need. And obviously, I have to say, being honest, I love being next to Battersea Park. It's a beautiful cityscape. What I really like about this career is that it's a combination between creativity and technicality. I think everything starts from observing, looking at what do we need. It's not just about creating stuff for the sake of it. It's creating stuff for responding to a need. So it's about having lots of empathy, understanding who's going to use your product, how they're going to use it. And at the same time, it's about failing many times. Because you create something and then you have to try it again and again and again until you find the polished, refined shape that is fulfilling the function that you're looking for, but at the same time it's simple to use, it's pleasant, has really nice aesthetics. Right now I'm working with a startup called Biel, and we are working on dashcam for bicycles. When we have a dangerous moment on the road, you just press a button, records 30 seconds before and after, and uploads that video with all the data to a cloud. You can put this on the handlebar, or you can change it, you can put it underneath your seat. So basically it's a dashcam, smart dashcam, for having a safer cycling environment. I done a gaming and drone controller because I realized that you cannot control the camera and the drone at the same time. So I made 3-axis individual controllers that you can control the drone with one hand and the camera with the other. This is, for example, one of my recent projects as well. So I'm working with a set of silver rings that the masterpiece is manually hand-carved from wood. This is from a branch from Battersea Park, and this is the replica in silver. And I'm working on how to translate wood texture into silver. The reason why I became an industrial designer is because there's many things around us that doesn't really work sometimes, and it gets you upset, frustrated, and now I'm on the other side. I have to create stuff that anyone can understand. It doesn't matter what it is. And obviously it needs to be safe and things like that. Thinking, for example, on a chair, you could do the most beautiful chair in the world, but if some people can't sit down on it because it can break, it's completely useless. So yeah, it's a high responsibility creating something that not only responds to a need of different people, but at the same time to make this life easier, not more complicated. My way to get here, I studied 2 years of telecommunications engineering. I did my degree on audio engineering, all from scratch, and finally I did my master's in design products. You need to know about mechanics, materials. You need to know about electronics as well, even if you're not going to do the thing. If you're collaborating with different people and you need to know what's going on, you need to know what's the space of the battery and things like this. And from there, then if you go to regular education, great, because then you're going to have a really good fundamentals. But if you don't, you can pick up bits and pieces from collaborations with different people, talking with professionals already and learning what they do. Don't worry if there's no straight line to where you want to go. The slaloms are very interesting as well. Yesterday I was learning about how to sharpening knives with a water stone, because I'm wood carving, and that's one of the things that I was learning. Another thing I was learning recently is about plastic injection molding. So I'm kind of studying that now. because it's very important to understand the process in order to design something in a very optimized way for it. Don't look at Instagram and social networks and stuff like that as a reference, because we live in a world right now that everything needs to be very pretty, very nice, perfect render, perfect sketch, perfect movement, perfect picture. And actually, if you're looking for something just that only looks pretty, probably is going to be useless. So focus on your thinking process, focus on what problems society is facing, focus on opportunities, for example, sustainability, before looking for a pretty thing. When I realized that I wanted to be an industrial designer, the system told me is that I had to do a degree in design if I want to be a designer. That was the only way. And that's not true, actually. There's many different ways to get to be a creative individual in many different aspects. You're going to see now that many people, they present themselves as a multidisciplinary individuals. And that's much more interesting who someone just studied design. And I've done some furniture as well, so I love working with wood. So sometimes I've been working with, actually my room is fully furnished by my little projects. It's important learning from your mistakes as well. So many things I've done wrong with this little piece. And even if it works okay, it works good, if I have to do it again, probably would do many different things different because of the joint, because of the glue, because of the sanding, because everything is a learning. Sometimes you learn some stuff from woodworking that you can apply in consumer electronics or the other way around. If you look at the last 20 years, smartphones and stuff like that, right now we have access to so many things. We can do so much. I really love technology. It's one of my things, consumer tech and stuff like that. So thinking that at some point I could bring a disruptive technology that I could actually change how or what people can do, bringing this incredible innovation to the market, enabling people to be more creative or more productive or happier, love each other more intensely. I don't know exactly, but something that it creates this deep emotional connection with many people, involving disrupting innovation.